If a person was reading their sunnats and then the congregation started, what should be done? So number one, you have the two sunnats of Fajr. You will complete the two sunnats and then you will join the congregation. Number two, the four sunnats of Zuhr. You have two options here. Number one is you will complete the four sunnats in a brief manner, i.e. by shortening the recitation. And number two, the second option you have is you will look at how many rakats you have read when the congregation starts. So when the Imam says Allahu Akbar and starts the namaz, how many rakats have you read? If you have read less than two, so you are on the first rakat, regardless if you have done sajda in that rakat or not, or you're on the second rakat, then what you will do is you can finish the namaz at two rakats. So you get up from the second sajda of the second rakat, at-tahiyyatu lillahi, durood sharif, dua after durood, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and instead of four rakats, you read two rakats. However, in this scenario, because you've only read two rakats, what you will do is after the farz, you will have to make up those four sunnat again. Those two rakats that you read, they will be nafil, and you will have to read the four sunnat again after reading the farz. And if you were on the third rakat or you were on the fourth rakat, if you were on the third rakat, regardless if you have done sajda or not, or you were on the fourth rakat, then you will complete the namaz again in a brief manner by reading short surahs, and then you will join the congregation. Then you have the four sunnats, sunnat-e ghair muakkada before asr, and the four sunnat-e ghair muakkada before isha salah. So the same ruling applies as the four sunnat of Zuhr. However, there is one difference, and that difference is if you only read two rakats in the four sunnat before Asr or four sunnat before Isha, you only read two rakats, then you don't have to make up the four rakats later. You only read two, now you don't have to make any rakats up later, you don't have to read the four rakats again later. There is a technical reason for the difference between the four sunnat of Zuhr having to be completely read again later, and in the scenario of the four sunnat-e ghair muakkada of Asr and four sunnat-e ghair muakkada of Isha, that they will not have to be read if you only read two rakats and you did salam there. They will not have to be repeated. So that is the ruling if you were reading your sunnats and then the congregation started. And it should also be noted that if you felt you entered the congregation or you entered the Jamaat Khana, the masjid, there was only 1 or 2 minutes left, and you feel your overpowering thought was, if I start my sunnats, I will miss the first rakat with the Imam. The Imam will have gotten up from the ruku and I will have missed the first rakat. Then you should not start your sunnats in this scenario. Rather, you will read the sunnat later on. That's obviously does not apply to the Fajr. The Fajr is excluded from this, but the remaining sunnats of Zuhr, Asr, Isha, if you feel you will miss it, that is your overpowering thought, you will miss the first rakat by reading your sunnats, then you will leave the sunnats.